Hi and welcome back to Cut the Craggle. Today we're going to be taking a look at this, the LEGO Inside Magazine Issue 9. If you haven't already, be sure to check out my previous reviews of the first 8 issues. But right now, let's peel back the cover and see what's contained within these pages. This month's comic opens on Jack and Parker just as they are wrapping up another ghostly battle by plucking a pesky poltergeist from a poor pooch. Since he isn't wearing a collar, our heroes decide to take their new canine chum to the Newbury Animal Shelter, which actually ends up being more like a kind of zoo than your typical dog pound. Parker explains that the place was named after an insect expert, Ellen Tucana, who was the first person to research the plants around Newbury. She mysteriously disappeared after working for the evil Lady E. It isn't long before Tucana returns from the dead, now more insect than human. Jack and Parker quickly blast her with their phones, but it seems Tucana isn't done bugging them just yet. A tiny gloom-coloured mosquito survives the explosion and bites a nearby snake, instantly transforming it into a much more sinister serpent. The snake then infects a nearby llama, the llama then spits on an elephant, and that elephant sneezes on a tiger. Honestly, I had so much fun reading this comic. It was an absolute blast. And it makes you realise just how amazing a LEGO Inside haunted zoo set would be. I really think the best issues have been where the creative team behind this mag have been given free rein to go off script and come up with something new, rather than trying to mould a story around a particular set or boss character, which we've probably already seen in the show anyway. Honestly, at times it did feel like the writer was making reference to current world events. I mean, if all these animals had just worn masks, then none of this would have happened. The artwork in this issue is also exceptionally gorgeous. The colours just jump off the page right at you, and there's some really stunning work here, especially with the various animals and new character designs. One of my favourite parts that I particularly love is the shot of a ghost being sucked right out of an elephant's trunk. As well as the comic, you also get your usual helping of puzzles and other activities, and your double-sided pull-out poster, which I have to say, this month is really very cool. Of course, we've already seen a inside version of Jack, but this now makes me want to get blue variants of Parker and JB to go with him. There's also a whole page dedicated to the evil Lady E that delves deep into her backstory and has a quite frankly terrifying image of her. Definitely not the kind of girl you want to take home to meet Mama. It also catches readers up on how the heroes originally defeated this wicked spirit, with an interesting wrinkle added that after sacrificing himself, Elton now actually possesses the skeleton from the school science department. I honestly had not picked up on that, and just assumed it was his own skeletal body he was inhabiting. Since issue 7, they've been doubling up on the free minifigures, giving us one new minifig and one we've already gotten in a previous issue. And this time we've got a new Jack with Spencer and the same Parker from issue 3. It is disappointing that they've included 2 characters we've already had in previous issues. Technically, this is a different Jack than the one that came with the first issue, but it's not an exactly uncommon figure, although I guess it's nice for people who only get the magazine and not the sets to finally be able to pick up a Spencer the Ghost Dog. At the back of the magazine, we're told that the next issue will be released on October 14th. And for the very first time, we're not shown what the free minifigure will be, or even what the cover will look like. But it is promised to be a comic special. I said last year I felt they missed an obvious opportunity to have a special Halloween bumper issue, and it looks like they won't be making that mistake again. There's been a lot swirling around the internet recently about this theme retiring at the end of the year, and I have heard that this magazine will sadly be finishing soon. I'm not sure if this special October issue will be the last, but it makes sense that they might want to go out with a bang. Oh man, can you imagine if we got an exclusive minifigure of Lady E? Yeah, I know that's crazy talk, but butter my chops and call me a sandwich. That would be so unbelievably epic. Let me know what you think of issue 9 of the LEGO Hidden Side magazine in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, and if you haven't already, be a hero and hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next time. Laters.